Trying to tie it with one swing.
Yep. Pop foul. Dempsey comes back, runs out of room. Still 3-2. Dempsey. Tight, tense ball game, but somebody said something that tickled him.
Davy Johnson asking to look at the ball or the glove, maybe, of Jay Howell.
And they want the crew chief, Harry Wendelstedt, to come in as well. Joe West is the plate umpire. Now, Lasorda wants to know what's going on. And so here's Wendelstedt, the crew chief, and he and West will examine Howell's glove, with Lasorda getting a first-hand look as well.
Well, the other night we were talking about when Alejandro Pena came in, and it did look like to be some foreign substance on the back of his glove. Maybe they're a little bit confused. Or maybe he picked up Pena's glove in the bullpen. I doubt if that happened, though.
Now they're looking at the inside of the glove.
You notice Dempsey had his hand in there, and Joe West kind of slapped it out of the way.
And this comes with a count 3 balls and 2 strikes.
It's like a Norman Rockwell painting.
Yeah.
Of course, you know, as an umpire, you have to, number one, make a decision.
That threw him out of the ballgame.
Yeah, look at this. Can you believe this? But obviously, they've got the evidence, because that's only a very mild protest from Tommy Lasorda.
But also,
look at this. Bart Giamatti, the National League president. Now, Wendelstedt is going to take the glove over to Giamatti. And that's Ed Vargo behind Giamatti, who's the supervisor of umpires. Lee Mazzilli comes over for a first-hand look.
well, to be quite honest, Al,
Former National League president Chuck Feeney there as well.
not one pitch did anything that would make you believe that it had a foreign substance on it. I'm just talking from an umpire. And usually when you, as an umpire, you see the ball come up there, you could tell whether it's a spitter or it has Vaseline on it, because the ball will react funny.
I wonder if Davy Johnson had any knowledge beforehand. I mean, usually, there you see Dempsey. Now, it's not that funny, I don't suppose. But, I mean, Davy Johnson, I would think, would have to have knowledge beforehand before going out there to check it. There's no way that Davy's going to go out there and say that those pitches did anything differently. He just threw 5 pitches. The other night he was throwing a lot of curveballs.
Yep.
What's the indication? How did he know?
Well, that's what I'm saying. None of the balls acted funny.
No, they didn't go down. Usually, if a ball has a foreign substance, it's going to dip.
Yes. Did he throw his glove out, or did he throw Howell out?
Is he out just for the game or for the playoffs?
In the regular season, he'd be suspended. I mean, that's the next question that has to be addressed here. He's thrown out of the game. Alejandro Pena will come in to pitch, but now the question becomes, what about the rest of the playoffs? And you'll recall the incident with Kevin Gross and the Joe Negro incident
last year
with Minnesota.
Of course, what brought the umpire out in the Joe Negro incident was the ball did something funny. He went out there and examined. He found the file, or the nail file in the back pocket. Kevin Gross, are you familiar with that, Timmy? I don't know if he defaced the ball.
There was sandpaper. There was sandpaper in his glove.
Was the ball actually defaced?
The ball was scuffed. Yes.
Well, there's no indication of any of those things today, though.
Not from where Davy Johnson was. Joe West is out there. He called in Harry Wendelstedt, and Joe is checking the string. And it seemed that Harry went in to look for moisture, and he found it. He found something, but then he went back into the glove to look for more moisture. That might be one reason that Rick Dempsey was kind of reaching in there to take the glove away. What now, my glove?
Cheat, cheat, cheat is the chant. And this is unprecedented in that this has never happened, to my knowledge, in postseason. So now the question becomes, what about the rest of postseason action? And we'll try to get a clarification on that as soon as we can. That's Ed Vargo again behind Giamatti. Vargo is the National League supervisor of umpires.
What's so interesting is that Pena seemed to have a foreign substance on his glove on Wednesday night at Dodger Stadium. Now, I don't know if he changed gloves, but
you picked up on that the other night, and
well,
we have just been told that the Mets knew on Wednesday night that Jay Howell had pine tar in his glove, and that's why they checked it today. They obviously have not told anybody, and we just found that out, that the Mets knew on Wednesday night that Jay Howell had pine tar in his glove.
And it's a very interesting thing, too. Johnson let the inning start. Howell went 3-0, so he wasn't going to say anything. It went to 3-1, so the count was still in McReynolds' favor, and then when it got to 3-2 is when Davey came out.
Davey just asking what the count was. The count, we may start again with Pena. Maybe the count's not 3-2 now.
Well, if you throw
That's what Davey was saying.
If you throw a defaced ball, the rule book says that the ball becomes a ball, and you warn him once, and then you throw him out of the ball game. Now, he has not thrown a defaced ball as far as my knowledge is, so I don't know if
we'll see.
If the last pitch is a ball or not. Again, that's the umpires have to make that ruling.
Now we are also more lucid as to why Kevin McReynolds was swinging 3-0.
Absolutely. That tells you the story right there. That's exactly right.
If he pops one out of the ballpark, big deal.
Yep.
Let him keep pitching until he gets the guy out.
And it's funny because the last pitch was a foul ball. So in other words, they couldn't check for a defaced ball. But what you're saying, Tim, it's absolutely right.